Hello, once again, YouTube. Welcome back to some more From the Depths. We're continuing with the work on our little biplane for the Saipher campaign. The actual plane is 90% done at this point. I just want to do one last little test of its missile launcher. Make sure it's working, and that is doing exactly what I was hoping it would, which was drop for a moment, aim, then shoot. I might also tweak the AI just a little bit. Although it does seem to be reasonably functional, actually. It gets a long gun run. Maybe I'll stick with how it is. Oh, it exploded. I think that was the missile. Yep, I wasn't originally planning to mount a missile on this thing, but the enemy's using it, and it seems to work actually very well, so I figured we'd give it a try with just a single missile. And yeah, that air-to-air duty, it seems to really add to destructive power. Takes quite a few seconds of continued fire to do that much, and that missile just did it in one shot, although it didn't seem to have done anything that time. That's interesting. We're firing airburst frag rounds. To give you an idea of the biplane, by the way, we're firing little airburst frag rounds. Try to keep the cost below 15,000. So they're not tremendously powerful, but they're quite consistent, and we're firing a little missile. We might actually be about to be downed by the MP missile there, but nope, no hit. Take that. But yes, in terms of things still to do, I want to add some deco. I think that's basically it. Yeah, I want to make this thing look nice. So, I'm going to add some support poles that go in between the two wings. So these need to be left right scaling 0.1. That's right. Forward back for length. Yes. 1.1, and we'll move them up a little bit. Kind of centered in between the wing. Okay, forward to that scaling 0.5. Yeah, that's about right. Nope. Let's do 5 mirror copy. Paste all. 5 mirror. Paste all. Mirror and paste all mirror. Okay, some basic sports, and then we want some cross struts. Oh, they just stick out the bottom a little bit, but well, not so bad. I'm too wide. Oh, we're down a signal processing pair. I thought we had enough. Oh, because we took some stuff off. Okay, we will add a little bit more because I would like the guns to be accurate. If we put it. Probably not a very efficient way to do this, but now we're looking if we do that. 100%. Okay, that's not that expensive. Go with that. I guess the enemy's dead. Excellent. Right. Back to the struts. So, what is it? Advanced cars. We'll do these at half width, so they look more like they're actually string. So we'll do them at like only 0.01 half or whatever. I guess we'll do them next to the strut so they're not clipping on top, and I don't have to worry about that. So these want to be 0.05. They want to be pitched at 45. Let's do roll 90 and then pitch 45. And then yaw to minus 90. Forward back scale. Oh, no. Forward back positioning. There might be a better way to do this. If there is, I don't know what it is. Okay, but if we actually do 0.15 and then do up down positioning up a tiny bit. That's about centered. Okay, and then we do 4.5. That looks to be inside the wing. Okay. Anything there is it's not tremendously... It's going to be... It will be square. There will be a bit of a gap, which I don't like. If we do 40? 35? Okay. quite 35, 37. It wants to have about the same offset on either side. 36. 34 even. Wait, what? Oh, sorry, 38. Yeah, 38 looks right. Let's say 7, 2, 1. Okay, that looks good. Do copy. What is it? Yeah, copy all. Apply a mirror. Copy all. It starts there, I believe. So we'll do paste all. Apply with mirror. I should put another one here, I reckon. Yeah. Do paste all. You know what? That actually looks alright. I won't try and do the cross thing and try and have to, you know, try and rotate them and everything. I'll actually just do that. I think that looks alright for those bits. Yeah, is there anything else we have to do? We have to colour it. Oh, I actually might do a radio antenna looking one as well. It might even be worth giving it an actual antenna even. Yeah, I might actually do a... No, it's going to be so small, isn't it now? Won't worry about that. We'll use the balloons. Yeah, actually, we'll just use the balloons, won't we? Okay, so shrinky dink these. Yeah, if you're wondering how people do, if you're ever wondering in this game how people do the sort of masts and things on ships, yeah, this is pretty much it, as far as I'm aware. We do still have a lift problem in that it generates too much, basically. Let's try swapping out this part with a lead one. Should hopefully balance things out towards the rear. I don't think it costs actually much more, and it weighs it down. It hasn't added much to the speed, but it's balanced it out a bit. I do notice it is perma nose down. So I think it's probably to do with its raised centre of lift. It's probably a case of it probably shouldn't really have the second wing, but it does look cool. I don't want to remove the lift from it entirely, because if I do, then it becomes a dud, and if the bottom one's shot out, the top one isn't helping. Right. Last thing to do then, we need to pick a new Fleek colour, because of course we've done two before, but we're on to our third one now. So, what have we done before? We've done black, red and white in two combinations, and we've had the blue and yellow before. What could we do with this one that would be a bit different? I might actually do what I've been doing for a Imperial Knight that I've been painting. Let's try do... Can I get it to look right? I want a sort of sandy colour. Yeah, so sandy beige. For the trim, we want a sort of... No, it's more like a maroon, isn't it? Yeah, like that. We'll say the trim could be... What a sort of bronzy colour, even. Okay, get that sort of colour. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, we'll go with that for now. Detail we'll maybe work out later. This will be the Saipher Elite. Save. Wait, what the heck did that do? I hit save and it said, oh, it's saved over it. Fine, fine. Sand colour. I can't remember how we did this. It was sort of about there-ish. A bit more blue. Yeah. Yep. And then this was that sort of bronzy colour, wasn't it? Okay. Not that for now. How do we then... Yeah, load. There we go. Okay. So. The way we'll do this is we'll go for the wings. They're going to be primarily this. The way I'd done it was the trim was the purple, and the majority of it is this sort of sandy colour. Is that actually going that colour, or is it just... I think it's because it's highlighting it. What we'll do, we'll paint the wings up to the ends with this colour. And then we'll trim them with purple. The body on the top will be this colour, and then we'll do the bottom in that sort of beige, and the sides in that sort of beigey colour. Beigey bronzy colour. That will be no colour, because they don't look... The component bits don't tend to look right. Yeah, you should be... Actually, we'll do you and the trim. Speaking of... Here's a colour scheme I'm going to have to use responsibly, because it could certainly look awful, but I think it kind of works. Too far off purple and gold, is it really? Yeah, I think that looks better like that. I might decide this looks awful as well. If you guys have suggestions for the colour scheme, do feel free to throw stuff up. I'll at least consider it. Right. Let's have this bit now in the sort of bronzy colour. Bronzy browny colour, whatever you want to call it. Do the propeller in a minute as well. But yes, I'll be sort of alternating between this series and Super Robot Wars. As I said, I will be trying to run this sort of alongside it. Right. Let's see. I know what it reminds me of a bit as well. It reminds me of a rhubarb and custard. The sweet. This is not a bad thing. It's just something I've only just noticed. You in from colour as well. Alright, so these ones the one. Real, huh? Oh, that's on there. I see. Right. Not going to lose it at any rate. Okay, so that should be our first machine done. Load up yet another thing, quickly see how it does in a fight. I do love how that missile goes, look at that. That sort of quick turn. Oh, hit. Oh yeah, right, we're on creative. We're on god mode, we can't die. We'll worry about casualties and damage resistance later. Kind of want to get into the campaign, but as the securing hits, at least we're okay. The reload time on that missile. That one, okay. Right, main menu. I don't know whether the physics are known to be different in this version either, but new campaign. I'll be alright. There's also a boss rush mode, but we're not doing that. Right, on Saipher there are 4 factions. Bronze Hearts, Thunder Eagles, Twilight Shadows, and Hollow Helix. Bronze Hearts operate biplanes and seaplanes, and their specialty is crafting jewelry from coral reef. Jewelry from coral reefs, okay. Not sure that'll come up much in campaign, but whatever. Thunder Eagles are a futuristic closed-off floating city-state. Twilight Shadows are extraterrestrials who seek to expand their territory. Hollow Helix is a mediator. Oh, the mediator values... Is a mediator, I think they're supposed to say that values the rule of law, equality, and justice. I'm guessing they're not English, primarily, judging by this. The fact that it also has a, I want to say Japanese, looking at that description. Is it Japanese? Actually, these curved characters, are they more Korean, I want to say? I don't know. I'm going to say Japanese, but I'm not convinced that is Japanese. Leader of a new faction seeking revenge against one of these factions. Up to you to lead your forces to victory. Ah. Actually, hang on, what did it say? Easy if you're the first time player. Alright, the game says play it on easy, we'll play it on easy. Welcome to the water world of Saipher, where 4 factions are battling for power control. You're a leader of a new faction that's arrived at this planet with a singular purpose. Revenge against the Twilight Shadows. Okay, so those are the ones we don't like. Destroyed your homeland in the past. We'll do them last. We'll consider them the final boss then. Navigate the political landscape, budget forces, and strike at the heart of your enemy. The fate of this water world hangs in the balance. Will you act your revenge or be crushed in the attempt? We'll find out. Okay. Yes. The answer is yes. Right. As I said, we've got about 1,500. There is resources coming in. Are we gathering faster than we're losing them? Yes, so we don't need to upgrade the... We don't need to upgrade the thing. In that case, there's something we want to immediately build. Yeah, it's not the... surprisingly, it's not the fighter. It's the... Oh, right, yeah, I was going to run that one, but it didn't work. It's not that one either. Where is it? Is it up a thing? Yes, it is. Wait, where did I put the Saipher campaign then? Is that in the... Is that an old crossbacks? Or is it in Ashes of the Empire? What have I done there? I think I put it in old builds, you know. Actually, is it even old builds? Where is this thing? Campaign? Community builds? Not community builds by accident, is it? No. I didn't know. Your campaign? No. Where have I put this thing? Sorry about this, YouTube. I'm getting distracted by this. Tournament 1. Nope. Hang on. Old ships. I put it in old ships by accident. Whoops. Okay. Anyway, right. We do want the Ashes campaign because we want specifically... I think I put it in here so we could find it. I did not. Oh god, what is it? It's the shirt campaign. Oh boy. I've lost the thing. Wait, no, it'll be up here, won't it? No, apparently not. Is it in here, the campaign thing? Sorry, I think I've gone mad here. Campaign. Okay, it's just called campaign. Radar Balloon Mark II. It is a little expensive, but it can give us an immediate idea of what's going on, and that will probably be more valuable than whatever resources it costs. Even if we might have to wait for it a bit to... In fact, I think that the mining speed will easily be able to make the aircraft still, even with constructing this. Even if we don't build tremendously quickly, because we haven't got a lot of repair tentacles on board this thing. Yeah, well, like I say, we'll be reusing some of the utility... Which I said in the last one anyway, I don't know if I said in this one. We'll be reusing some of the utility creations we made in the previous campaigns. Stuff like the balloons, the gatherers and whatever, just because they work, basically. They're reasonably nice looking designs, they're functional. They're cheap. I don't really see the need to redesign a lot of the key stuff like that, because it's like, well, it just sort of works already, like... Hello?
Receiving.
Radar balloon.
Moving now.
I'll split to new fleet.
Receiving.
Yeah, radar balloon.
Moving out.
Ascend. Sunsmiths. Is this territory captured? No, this looks like it's open waters.
Moving out.
It's two actually, Celestial Waters and Sunsmiths. I reckon we need to get our plane built then. Looks like there's some open ground available nearby. Right. Now I know where it is at least. It's in old ships and then Saipher. I'll maybe try and get that moved over at some point. Back to campaign. Righto. I should probably do actually, especially since I don't know which way this is going to build. Okay, we're okay this time. Future, I will say spawn point distance 35 until complete, just so we don't end up with any accidents. This thing should be able to launch straight out of the water, I'm pretty sure. That'll definitely float. It weighs almost... It weighs so little that it has trouble going low enough sometimes, like... And we'll form maybe 3 of these into a little scout wing. Just going to afford them anyway. We'll be able to form 1, I'd imagine. We've already gathered enough resources for that. Hey, look at that. We'll tag them off looking plain. We're ready to go. Let's make sure you're set right. You're an air vehicle. You are in the right mode. I will split you off into your own fleet.
Receiving.
It'll be the fleet. In fact, we'll send them straight into a fight, but this will be the first recon wing. And you deserve to be kept stocked full of wonderful things. There we go. Yeah, it takes off no problem. Only a little sharp for how close to the water it is, but... yeah, look at that. Oh, Holohelix. A report 01. Okay, so it's going to be a bit of info. Holohelix is a faction that values the rule of law, equality, and justice. They hold a ritual building known as the Pillar of Equilibrium, which is said to have been left behind by an ancient civilization. I think I've seen that in the, like, thumbnail images, and it's spooky looking. The little committee controlling that holds absolute power, and political decisions are made according to their will. Despite a repressive social system, most of the systems are ardent followers of the Pillar and have a strong feeling of fellowship. Response. They appreciate our technology. It allows us to travel between the stars and land on this planet. Okay, so I guess the idea is canonically, I guess lore-wise, because we've had a little bit of background lore from the next campaign. I guess the idea is, like, we've finished on Nita, we've come exploring over here, and then got dragged into another war, basically. Expect a beneficial relationship with us, plus 60 relationship. I guess we're going to... okay, yeah, we're going to get one on everybody. Twilight Shadows. Exoplanetary invaders, mutants of interstellar life forms with no clear ego. Okay. They do not normally stay in one place and move between planets, but this one is settled on the Saipher. Saipher? I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that. It shows no sign of migration. They have an ecology similar to that of plants and seek to expand their own habitat, or only seek that. For them, there are only two types of beings, hostile entities that harm them or those unimportant to them. Having no present contact with them are classified as unimportant, relationship -5. Okay. Thunder Eagles. Thunder Eagles is a sea float city-state. While as elements of an absolute monarchy, it focuses on citizen participation in politics. However, they are strict about the movement of people. The state system is enclosed, and they strive to establish a self-sustainable economic system. Unwilling to rock the boat, they show us a friendly attitude on the surface. That's 40. The Bronze Hearts. Bronze Hearts is a federal state formed by several tribes in cooperation. Federal government is run by parliament made up of representatives from each tribe. Autonomy belongs to each tribe, but the federal government has the lead in matters of diplomacy and defence. So this location where we set up our base is just in the seas the Bronze Hearts wanted. They're taking a stubborn attitude, underestimating us as a weak local faction. -50, okay. Our first opponents, basically. Our first catch of the day.
Receiving.
Starting fortress, you can just keep... yeah. Keep minimum.
Receiving.
The recon wing.
Moving out.
Oh, that's already been captured. Okay, excellent. Very
Moving
fast,
out.
in fact. Yep, head out to there then. What's your speed on the map? 32, yeah, that sounds about right. It's not a tremendously fast aircraft. We'll just spawn it in and make sure it's definitely that. Go to the cruise speed.
Listening.
Yeah, I'd say that speed was about right. 32 is right. Okay. Cruise while we gather more resources. I think it's currently supplying the recon wing.
Receiving.
You're not in the resource point?
Moving now.
It's drifted off it a
Moving
little
now.
bit. Don't do that. You need to be gathering stuff. We've got a full time you disappearing. I need another 10,000 or so before we can build another
Listening.
plane even. That actually might be what the recon... yeah, they've taken... no, they haven't taken Sunsmith yet. We're going to try and get Sunsmith before they get it. That's Thunder Eagles. Okay, so they're friendly, actually. Or they were neutral? Is that right? Oh god, like a virusy looking robot. Like an aircraft roundel. Oh no, it's a shield, isn't it? Bronze Hearts, I'm guessing. Thunder Eagles is a bit Steel Striders, and Hollow Helix is a... 40, 60, so right side likes us, left side does not. Violet Shadows is not amazing, but it's very bad on Bronze Hearts. Okay. Got an hour before the first fighting, so we are going to use that to try and get some construction done. We'll probably have to... oh god, are we going to have to put a sifter? construction. We don't really have a dedicated construction vehicle. Maybe I could put some props on a Naga, because honestly the Naga 2 worked quite well last time as a supply vehicle. It wasn't fast, but it was functional. Yeah, I might be tempted to make an amphibious Naga 2 as a very basic construction vehicle.
Listening.
Let's also wait until we get about 10,000 or 15, 20,000. We'll send out another plane. At least it doesn't seem to use the resources when it's sat still. I guess they just seaplaned it down into the water. Here's a question for you guys as well, because I know you guys are very good with From the Depths info. Does having more craft or more value of craft on a point increase capture speed? Because it's something I was never sure of in the original. I felt like it probably would, but again, never 100% sure on that.
Listening.
Radar balloon in.
Moving out.
Gives a better view, and there's some resources, or let's capture the resource zone. We want to try and get both those resource zones immediately if we can. It would absolutely be worth it. 3,480 per minute. 1,600 per minute, so that one's less valuable, and 2,000. So this is the best one we have access to at the moment. Actually, no, we built a cargo ship, right, for one of the campaigns? Wasn't it, Finest Hour? Don't we have a... Did we do that, or was it a plane in the end? I think it's called the Geo campaign, because I spelt it wrong. Yeah. Yes, Steam Transport. We might even use that as our transport vessel. In fact, can we afford one? We totally can. Yeah, we're going to build one of those. It won't be an amazing ship in general, but it should be a functional one. Actually, was the problem with this? It was a little bit thirsty on the resources? It should be alright. We'll convert this into a construction ship at any rate. I don't think it could have been that awful. Yeah, we're going to need a resource pretty immediately because we need something to build. Yeah, what do we need to build a gatherer? I know we had the system for upgrading a gatherer into a full-on refinery, so we can use that again. We can start them as gatherers, which is cheaper. How much are they? 32,000. Okay, so they're not cheap. 33,000 we'll need basically to construct a new base. At the very least, we'll grab the territory now while we can, but we'll save up, so that'll be our next thing. We'll load, say, 40,000 resources into the transport and send it out. Oh yeah, for those that didn't get to see it, yes, we've got a few vehicles pre-built from previous campaigns. They'll hopefully still work okay in this one. Not too much to this one. It's basically a tub full of resources. Don't think it has any weaponry on board. It's just functional. Looks like I did bother to self-contain the AI. Ah, no, it's cold for the boiler. I can't imagine the steam engine's too inefficient, but it would be really hungry for resources. Oh yeah, we'll get to see it in the new colours, of course, as well. Yeah, this is from the Finest Hour campaigns. This is sort of World War II-esque trawler type. Or trawler, I don't know what you call it, merchant navy type ship. Checking that was right, because I think I'd done something wrong with those before. Oh yes, we've got those nice decos from the ship decoration pack. Yeah, did it have a little spotlight on the front? It did. There's one fake weapon. Oh, he's zooming. He didn't burn up his resources yet. That's because you aren't set to have any yet. You're a ship. Oh. I thought we'd had more time. Okay, I think it's probably going to be against the Bronze Hearts. Yes, we've got to pick our fight. Period of peace costs more commodities than we have. Lead a war against the BH, which is with Bronze Hearts, which is what we're going to do. They're to our right. We could also join them in a war against everybody else. Terrible idea. Or we could join them in a war against the Thunder Eagles. I don't know that I like that idea. No, I'm pretty sure the Bronze Hearts are meant to be the first opponent, so we're going to go against them. And we'll get paid 72,000, which is pretty good. That's enough to build our bases immediately. So we will save the campaign. Camp 1. The ill-fated campaign 1. And that's actually where we're going to call it for the episode. Hopefully you guys have all enjoyed. I do make games as well as playing them, so if you want to support the channel, go take a look in the comments. I need to send this guy up to here.
Moving out.
Not comments, the description. You'll find a link to what I've made. And yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.